Your friend drops an emotional bomb like that, and you just let him walk away?
Absolutely.
That's the polite thing to do.
Can you see?
When a neat freak and a slob decide to be roommates, you get The Odd Couple.
That's right. Matthew Perry and Thomas Lennon are here to talk about the return of The Odd Couple that airs right here on CBS. Hello,
Welcome, guys.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see
Great.
you.
Matthew, now, gosh, when I think about The Great Odd Couple, the movie and the TV series, Matthew and Lemon, Randall and Klugman, was this a little bit of a daunting challenge
Well,
for you?
I was a gigantic fan of the source material in the movie. I'd seen the Walter Matthau, Jack Lemmon version of the movie 30 times, and it was always sort of a dream come true for me to play Oscar Madison. So we stole a little bit from the source material, and then we did our own thing too.
Starting this week, the episodes tell all sort of new stories. The pilot was probably the closest to the play.
Closest to the play and the movie.
And then everything after this starts to get brand new.
Now, Thomas, you play Felix. In real life, are you like Felix?
Well, what I can tell you is I brought my own three-quarter size cello to set every day.
And your yoga skills?
And all the yoga, there's no wires in all the yoga, the upside down yoga that I do.
Wow.
So there probably is some of the annoying aspects of him in my personality. And I know Matthew denies it, but I bug him just 15 to 20%.
It's not true.
Yeah.
Lovely guy.
I told you he would deny it.
Matthew, are you like Oscar?
I'm a little bit like Oscar. Yeah. Oscar is a very different character than I've ever played before, much different than Chandler. Sort of a grumpy, angry slob guy who has his heart broken because he longs for his ex-wife, who's played by Lauren Graham, which is exciting.
You mentioned Chandler. You played a very popular character as well, Lieutenant Dangle. Lots of people were buzzing about both of your characters in here. When they're that popular, characters like that, is it hard to break away? Do you even want to break away?
Well, for me, you know, I love that the legacy of Lieutenant Dangle has been a real fun character. Mostly that it's such a popular Halloween costume, which it is. Every year at Halloween, I get pictures of lots and lots
The shorts.
of people dressed as Lieutenant Dangle. It's a fun costume, and people touch your butt when you wear it a lot, I find.
And people dress as Chandler, too. They just put on sweater vests.
And that's all it's doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
How different is this Odd Couple from the original Odd Couple? I mean, are subject matter a little bit different because that was taking place in the 70s?
Yeah,
This
we've
is
modernized
now.
this show somewhat. Oscar's not a sports writer anymore. He does a sports radio show, and we look at dating in 2015. And the show is, you know, at its core, it's these two guys bickering and fighting with each other. But our show is much more of an ensemble show. We've got really good actors around us. So instead, the original show was mostly just Oscar and Felix, and now we've got this ensemble around us that we use.
At some point, Felix was going to be a high fashion photographer, so there was going to be beautiful models coming
I
and
don't know
going
where
from
that
my
went.
life all the time. And it turns out now I'm a food photographer. So there's just hamburgers coming and going.
Fashion model thing was my idea.
Yeah, it was such a good idea.
Yeah.
And then just me and a bunch of plastic
Really
hamburgers.
different.
Well, and good ideas. I mean, you know, the idea of guys who could be slobs together in real life, that's something we're comfortable with. But this is like being married again, basically. It's, you know, they're both, hey, we're going to be the single guys, and all of a sudden it's like, you know, a husband and wife almost.
Yeah, I think together these two make the perfect man. If they smushed them together, they would be the
the
perfect
perfect
guy.
man?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrific.
But that would also be painful for us.
And be one of you.
smushed together.
It would just be one of you. And we like having both of you.
Yeah, thanks for coming
Thank
by.
you very much for
Yeah.
having us.
Thank you so much.
You can watch The Odd Couple on Thursday nights at 8:30 right here on CBS.